Are you winning the battle for relevance in the travel and tourism sector? And if you weren't, would you even know? Because the reality is most businesses and brands are actually a long way down the path toward becoming irrelevant before they have any clue. And by the time they figure it out, sometimes it can be too late. You look at Kodak, you look at HMV Music, you even think of BlackBerry as an example of this. Do you know, in the US, in the space of 3 years, BlackBerry went from having 43% market share to just 5.2% market share. That is how quickly a brand can go from being hot to not. How quickly you can lose the battle for relevance. And right now in the travel and tourism game, there is a perfect storm of technological, social, demographic shifts that are having a huge impact on this industry, on this sector. And the future of this industry will be very different to the past as a result of these shifts. Business as usual, is simply not going to cut it. And so the challenge for leaders and brands, businesses in this industry is how do you reinvent yourself and the way you do things and those who you're looking to connect with as customers in the face of these changes in order to stay ahead of the curve, but also ahead of the competition. I've spent the last 9 years tracking some of the dominant trends shaping business and society in general. And what I look to do in this presentation called Winning the Battle for Relevance is actually to draw on a lot of that experience to give audience members some powerful insights to the key trends that are going to change the nature of travel and tourism and this whole sector in the coming few years. We look, for instance, at the role of technology, how that's changing things, but also new generations of consumers who are coming through, buying different things in different ways and for different reasons. How do you connect with that emerging group of consumers? But this presentation isn't just about understanding trends. It's about how do you navigate some of these shifts in order to emerge from this time of change and upheaval and disruption stronger and more relevant than ever. Because plenty of brands have done just that. You look at IBM in the 90s, or you think of Harley-Davidson as a brand. We even look, for instance, at Lego. Lego is the perfect example of a brand that, in the face of changing market conditions and new technologies, has reinvented themselves. And today Lego is a more relevant, powerful, vital, profitable brand than ever before. But this has required them going from plastic blocks to play sets, but then in the face of new technologies, embracing online gaming, even smartphone apps. What can we in the travel and tourism sector learn from a brand like Lego? And what I like to do in this presentation is draw on experience and examples I've come across from around the globe of brands and businesses in this sector who are doing just what Lego did, reinventing themselves and seeing some phenomenal results from having done so. And my goal in this presentation is that every audience member would leave with a clear action plan for riding the waves of change in the years to come. Because as Charles Darwin said, it's not the strongest that will survive, nor is it the most intelligent. It is those who are most responsive to change. And right now in travel and tourism and across the board, we are facing a decision. And whether you're an organism or an organisation, Charles Darwin's words hold true. We're faced with a choice. Do you evolve or do you face extinction? I don't know about you, but I think the first option is a far smarter one.